heard you weren't feeling too great. Yeah. You good? Sick? Yeah. That's rough. But, yeah, figured come check on you, visit you. Just, I don't know what I was really thinking that much. Do you need anything? Water? Okay, let me go grab some. Here. Okay, here you go. Drink up. Yeah. Okay, I'll go put that to the side, just so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Your blankets are a little messy here. Let's just put those back over you. Just better? Okay, I'm glad. Got tissues over here? Do you need them? Not right now? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just not fun being sick. Do you want me to keep you company? Okay. There we go. Yeah. So, how long you been feeling like this so far? Yeah. That's unfortunate, but I hope you feel better soon. So your book over there? Do you want me to read to you? I mean, 'cause like I read to little kids at the library quite often, so I know it usually helps them feel more at ease, so I don't know, I can't really think of how else to help. 'Cause I can't magically make you feel better. I wish I could. That'd be kind of cool, but yeah? Okay. Where'd you get such a strange book? I've never seen this anywhere here. It's from the human realm? That makes sense. Fairy Tales of Remnant. I have no idea what these letters stand for, but cool. Fairy Tales of Remnant. So it's a fairy tale book. Okay. I can work with a good fairy tale. Okay. It's just... there are a lot in here. Do you want me to read you multiple or like one? One's good? Or we'll see how you feel after one, okay? Yeah, okay. Which one of these have you read already? All of them? Then what do you want me to read to you? Oh, you want me to just pick one? Okay, this second one sounds good. Page 20. Here we go. Whoa. That's something. The Man Who Stared at the Sun by Anonymous. Like, they don't even know who wrote it? Okay. Well, I guess you've read this, but there's a picture there. Yeah, okay. Are you nice and comfy? Alright. Okay. Yes, don't worry. If there are any pictures, I'll show you, okay? Okay. And if you need anything else, just ask. Yeah, okay. A farmer irrigating his fields at midday exclaimed loudly about the heat. The sun, passing overhead, happened to hear the complaint and replied, "Just as you have your job, I have mine. Rather than criticize, you should thank me, for without my efforts, all of yours would be for naught. I work hard to feed my family, and this unbearable heat makes me work even harder." The farmer mopped his sweaty brow with his kerchief. My crops keep drying up, though I water and tend to them every day. Perhaps you are too good at your job. Instead of me doing more, perhaps you could do less. This man is arguing with the sun? where human stuff can be so weird. I mean, some of it's good, but yeah, it's okay, weird. The sun flared at the suggestion. Why is the sun sentient? Is our sun sentient? Is the human world sun sentient? Stop questioning it. Okay, I'll stop. It is a fairy tale. The sun flared at the suggestion, and the farmer and his crops wilted under the intense heat. The sun began to move on, muttering. People should accept responsibility for their own failure. But the farmer called after him. I'm sorry, you're right. I couldn't do my work without you. Who's making a racket out there? Don't they know you're trying to rest? Some people. The sun solidified, cooled off. The farmer sighed with relief. Thank you, he said. That's all I wanted to hear. Everyone is always so quick to blame me, whether it's hot or cloudy, but no one ever bothers to show some appreciation for what I do. They won't even look at me. It really burns me up. Is that a pun? Is that what people call puns? Great, okay. That's terrible. People should show you more respect and gratitude. The sun brightened cheerfully. The farmer squinted. We are both proud of our jobs and too stubborn to change our ways. But I have an idea to make things better for both of us. How about a race? There's this cool picture of, I think they're like some weapons. If I win, you will take special care to give my plants just the right amount of light and warmth for optimal growth, for as long as they are tended by my children and my children's children. And if I win, I and my children and my children's children will adore you and encourage others to celebrate your magnificence. I like this idea, said the sun, but racing is so exhausting, and we've both been up since dawn. Since you suggested a competition, perhaps I could choose the nature of it? The farmer thought carefully. That seems fair. What will it be? The sun smiled. A staring contest. Oh, the farmer hesitated. Very well. Let us begin. Is the moral of the story don't stare at the sun, because that can damage your eyes. No wonder this is written by Anonymous. Whoever wrote this clearly didn't want anyone to talk. Okay. Oh, bless you. Do you want a tissue now? Yeah, here you go. Okay. Do you want me to continue? Okay. The farmer slowly lifted his face toward the sun, eyes wide open, and the sun fixed its gaze on him. As the hours passed, stinging sweat trickled into the farmer's eyes, but he never flinched and never blinked. That's a long time to not blink for. Evening arrived, though still bright as day. The farmer's wife came looking for him and was astonished to find him competing with the sun. She begged her husband to come home to dinner. He refused. Look how upset you've made her, said the sun, but the farmer didn't glance away. Nice try, said the farmer's wife. She gave her husband some food and then took over his work in the fields. Days passed and the sun stayed in place, watching the farmer as the farmer watched him. The farmer's wife and children continued watering the fields around him, and their crops flourished from the sun's attention. I bet watching your children so hard at work would fill you with pride, the sun said. I am proud whether I can admire them or not. Tears trickled down the farmer's cheeks, but he never glanced away and never blinked. Weeks passed, and while the farmer's fields thrived, and the surrounding region grew lush and green, other crops around the world were dying, deprived of light. For the first time, the sun was failing to do his job. Nearly look like you're getting a bit tired. Do you want to continue still? Okay. Yeah, sure you're not tired. Your farm has never been more prosperous, the sun said. Look around you and marvel at its beauty. I cannot, the farmer said sadly. I'll just take your word for it. Finally, the tug of duty became too great, so the sun relented. He blinked. You win. I must carry on with my responsibilities. The farmer closed his eyes and covered them with a hand. Remember our agreement, he said wearily. As promised, from here on now, your crops will grow better than anyone else's, as long as you and your people work hard and take care of the land. Thank you, the farmer said, and this time he meant it. Oh, that's sweet. How is it not over? That's sweet, though. As the sun began to set, he called back to the man, I knew you would have beaten me in a race, because I've seen you run faster than the wind. Oh. The farmer shrugged. His semblance allowed him to cross great distances in the blink of an eye? Semblance? It's a fairy tale. Is this man maybe a witch of some sort? I guess that would make sense. They do have, like, witches and fairy tales in the human world, I believe. Okay. It was useful in managing his expansive farmlands, and whenever he could get away, he left to travel all over Saunas to take in the continent's wonders. That's a place they really should give a bit more, like, exposition at the beginning of the story, because I'm just confused. That's why I chose a staring contest, the sun said. Most people cannot bear to look at me for more than a few seconds, so I was sure you would lose right away. I have to know, how did you outlast me? The man opened his vacant eyes and said, I'll tell you. From the start of our competition, I was immediately blinded by your splendor. With the damage already done, I kept my eyes open and faked it. The sun was angry that he had been tricked after all, but since the farmer had lost so much, he could no longer see his beautiful family look proudly upon his farm, or race around exploring the world. The sun moved on and honored their bargain. One can only succeed when one is willing to sacrifice something important. And there's a picture of what looks like an eclipse there. Oh, looks like you're already falling asleep. Yeah. How about I leave you here to rest now?